Hey guys, Connor Plays Magic back once again, this time with some legacy gameplay. Today we're going to be playing Sneak and Show. So if you're unfamiliar with this deck, it gets its name from obviously Sneak Attack and Show and Tell, which allow us to put big creatures into play. Very kind of classic strategy. We're going to be obviously trying to get an Emrakul into play. And also we have Atraxa, one of the best creatures to sneak in, to reanimate. We have Omniscience, so we can play out all of these things if we're able to show and tell that into play. And we just have a lot of stuff in the sideboard. So we've got Fairy and Grafdiggers to stop the combo decks and the graveyard decks from comboing underneath us. We've got Consign to impact some triggered abilities and colorless spells, Pyroblast to protect against Force of Wills, as well as Misrai's Village, one in the main, one in the side, to stop us from being countered. A Braid and Brotherhood's End against artifact decks. A little smattering of everything here. Very classic strategy, trying to use our soul lands and some fast mana to just get this sneak or show going super fast. So let's try and get some fast wins, some big creatures on board, and show people what's up. We'll hop into match one, and I will see you there. Okay, we are into match one. We're on the play. Let's see what we got here. We've got Ancient Tomb into Delta for stock up, plus Scalding Tarn for the sneak attack with Force backup. Seems good to me. We'll keep this. Okay, we will play Polluted Delta and pass. Opponent plays Underground Sea and Ponder. Okay. We draw Show and Tell. We don't have anything to Show and Tell right now, so let's crack the Delta. We don't have, good to note, we don't have any Surveil lands, so we're just going to grab the Volk right now. Play Tomb and stock up. Okay, we will grab Atraxa as a creature here. And do we want Ponder or Brainstorm? Probably Brainstorm with the Scalding Tarn. So we'll grab those. Any order. Okay, they Brainstorm here. Okay, we draw Omniscience. Very interesting. I think this is our chance to force a show and tell through. We have force backup. Let's just go for it. They have a Force of Will. Okay, so we will force back using Brainstorm. They force us. Okay, we'll force again. Pitching Brainstorm, or pitching Omniscience. Okay. Those all resolve. Okay, show and tell. We'll put Atraxa in. And they put Beanstalk. Okay, so they're a beans deck. We will grab Emrakul. Okay, they just give it to us. Great, let's go to sideboard. Okay, what are we doing with the side? So against beans, they're going to have a lot of blue spells. So I feel like this stuff is good. We could even play Misrise to stop their forces. I don't think we need to go as deep on the graveyard hate. Yeah, I think this is just the primary stuff that we want to worry about. So we can. Do we want to trim the Omniscience maybe? Probably trim. Let's see here, 6. If we cut the Omniscience and the Pentad Prism, we can. Let me see here. Maybe cut a Ponder. I could cut an Atraxa, but I don't want to continue cutting if we cut Omniscience. Just trim. We'll trim a Ponder, we'll trim a Stock Up. And if we're bringing in the Misrise Village, we can probably cut one of the lands. Cut like a Trop for the Misrise. No, actually, that might not be great. We'll cut one of the carpets, I guess. That's fine. We don't need to bring in all that much. Don't want to overboard here. Okay, here we have the 4 mana for sneak attack, and we have Emrakul, so we'll keep this. We'll go Scalding Tarn. We'll fetch for a Volk and Ponder. Okay. Do we want this stuff? I think we need protection. I mean, I can grab the show and tell for the Emrakul, but they're just going to counter it, and then I have to work through another Emrakul and Brainstorm. I think we shuffle this. Okay, we'll pass to them. They're going to play a Beans. Okay. Carpet. Carpet's good. Let's play Tarn. Let's brainstorm here. Okay, I like Pedal. We don't need all these sneak attacks. I can put these back. We'll crack Tarn now for Trop and play the carpet. Let's see what they want to do about this. Okay, they're going to force. That's fine. Do we play out the pedal? I don't think so. We're just... pedal might be important for emergency brainstorm. I don't know what they would be playing that we would want to counter, but... yeah, let's just play this out now, and then we'll pass. Okay, they clearly have some form of permission or counterspell up because they waited a long time on that pedal. They're pondering. Yeah, I don't know if I want to necessarily just go for the sneak attack next turn, because I think that leaves us a little too vulnerable. They're pondering and brainstorming. They already paused on the Lotus pedal, like they clearly have something in their hand that they can use. Got Misty, okay. Ponder. Just cantripping. They shuffled. Okay, we go to our turn. We have Veil. Do we want to Veil? I think we set up. Yeah, I think we use one more turn to set up, and then we can Veil sneak attack next turn. Or we could Veil sneak attack now, but then we can't activate sneak attack, but we have activation next turn. Just leave it sneak in play and pass. Is that good? I think that could still work. Let's play the Veil and see how they respond. Because worst case scenario, if they do... trying to think. Do we play the Veil now? Do we play the Sneak now? If we Veil and they force, they just draw more cards. Do we want to brainstorm to try and set this up so we have Veil and a force? There are just so many ways that this can go. I think I'm overthinking this. Let's just play the Veil. See how they respond. And if they do counter it, then we can just brainstorm, fetch. Oh, it just worked. Okay. Let's go city, sneak attack. And then pass. And see if they can answer sneak attack. They have wasteland. Okay, they get rid of the Volk. That's fine, because we have polluted delta still. Leovold. Okay. Well, we have Atraxa and Emrakul. I think we just Emrakul here. We'll let the city go. They're responding to city? No. Okay, we will fetch for Volk and put in Emrakul. Go Volk. Red. Activate sneak attack. Put in Emrakul. Okay. And there we go. We won the match. Let's go on to match number 2. Okay, we are into match number 2, and we have Trop, Ancient Tomb, Sneak and Show, with some cantrips to try and find more lands and creatures. I think this is good enough to keep. Okay, opponent plays Island and pass. Yep. Let's just go Trop into Ponder. Okay, I think this is good. We've got Volk, Tarn, Atraxa. We'll take this. We'll put Volcanic, Atraxa, Tarn in hand. And we'll pass here. Okay, opponent brainstorms in our end step. Okay, Triumph of St. Catherine. Interesting that they miracle that. Well, they can't actually play it for its miracle cost, but interesting that they have that. Can they play it for their miracle cost? What are they trying to do here? I was about to say, do they have just like spirit guides or something to put that into play? But no, that wouldn't make sense. Okay, I guess they're just in some kind of control list with a Triumph of St. Catherine. Interesting. That makes me wonder, do we want to show and tell if we're letting them put the St. Catherine in? They play Tameo here. Okay. Triumph of St. Catherine. 5/5 lifelink. Okay. Okay, so they have Tameo, they have Triumph in hand. I think, I mean, they have Tundra up, so they could always swords the Atraxa, but I think playing the show and tell is still just a strong play for Atraxa being able to refill our hand entirely, and then we can always go again with sneak attack if they counter the show and tell. Yeah, I think Atraxa is just worth putting into play if we can try to. So let's do that. Show and tell. They spell pierce it. Okay, that's fine. Won't pay for that. And now they have Tameo and still have Triumph in hand. They come in, they make a clue. Okay. Okay, there's a Volk. I don't think we want to just slam a sneak here. I think we take a second and set up with a brainstorm. So let's play Tarn Brainstorm. Okay, we definitely don't need all of these lands. We're putting back a tomb for sure. And another Volk. Yeah, let's put a Volk back. And then we'll just pass here. Okay. They draw a card with the clue. Come in with Tameo. Make another clue. Okay. They draw a card. We'll fetch on their end step. Grab a volcanic island. Okay. Discard the Triumph. Interesting. Even though we showed them show and tell. Do we want to put Sneak into play now? They have 7 cards in hand. They've gone to discard. They clearly have some form of permission up. I think we wait another turn. Let's go. Let's go Brainstorm off of Volk. So that way we might be able to Veil a Summer. They let us brainstorm. We'll put back mountain and delta. Play Misty. Fetch. For a Volk. Play a Petal. I don't think we go yet, because if we sneak attack, they're just going to counter it, and then we won't have anything. Yeah, let's just pass through again. This draw go is not great for us unless we can find some sort of protection. Okay, there's show and tell, so we can try and go for a double attempt. If we play Ancient Tomb, we can go for both. Let's see, Ancient Tomb plus 2 Volks is sneak attack, pedal to activate, plus Ancient Tomb Trop. Yeah. Let's go show and tell first as the bait. Force a negation. Okay. Then we'll go Tomb, sneak attack. They force a will. We're not really using the pedal for anything else, so I think we can emergency brainstorm here in response to try and find the force of will. Oh my god, and we found it. Let's put back force and Tarn on top. And then we'll force their force, getting rid of brainstorm. Sneak is in play. We don't have mana to activate it, but we can pass here and try and put in a Traxa next turn. And brainstorm. They're trying to find something. They get to flip their Tameo. Okay, we go to our turn. Draw. Let's activate the sneak attack. Put in the Atraxa. Trigger. We'll grab Atraxa. Force of Will. Stock up. Sneak. Pedal. And Trop. Let's grab. Yeah, we'll grab Trop. That's fine. Done. Then we'll go Pedal. We can put in another Atraxa and then put in. Do we want to burn through Atraxas or do we want to just use stock up? Let's. Because if we find Emrakul here, we can just win. Atraxa looks at like 5 cards, so let's do that. And it's uncounterable with the sneak. Or it looks at 5 more cards than the stock up does. Yeah, let's sneak. Put Atraxa in. Keep that one. Okay. We'll grab. Oh, okay. They just give it to us. They know what's going on. Yeah, we have Emrakul there, and then we can just crash in. We got it. Sweet. Let's go to sideboarding. Okay, they are out and out control, so we don't need the artifact or graveyard hate. The misrise is going to be important. The carpet's going to be important. Pyro's going to be important. Consign may or may not be important. I think show and tell isn't as important as sneak attack working through the counter magic. Can we trim a show and tell? Maybe an omniscience. Trim a ponder maybe? Let's move this stuff over. So this is the top end. This is what we're thinking about cutting. This is what we want to bring in. Cut the prism. Cut the other omniscience and another ponder. Does that work? Yeah, let's try that. I'm not sure about cutting the one show and tell, but I think that makes sense just because sneak attack working through the counter magic is a little bit better. I know show and tell comes down earlier, but also the fact that it's parallel with the Triumph of St. Catherine. I know that creature isn't like anything against our creatures, but I don't know, just something I'm thinking about. I think this is fine. We'll submit like this. Okay, we have One colorless land, so we'll mulligan. Well, this is not much better. We'll have to mulligan this. And then we have Misty, Pyros, Carpet, Misrise, Traxa, and Show and Tell. I think we have to keep this. The question is, what do we put back? I think we definitely put back at least one of the blasts. And then I think we have to keep these. Yeah, let's try and do the carpet to just get a ton of mana. And then use that with Misrise to just win. Get rid of the Pyros. Okay. We'll see if this works. We'll fetch for Trop with the Misty for the carpet. Okay, they play Ponder. And pass to us. Another Atraxa. We'll go Misty for Trop. Play Carpet. Awesome. Okay, we pass to them. Scalding Tarn. Okay. We draw. Okay. No, we won't use it. Yeah, let's not use this. Let's play the Scalding Tarn and pass. And then we can play the Misrise next turn. Let's see. Okay. No, we won't use that. So this time, actually, I think we just play the Scalding Tarn again because we can only make one so far with the carpet. Yeah, we'll just play this and pass. Yeah, land pass works for us because we have the Misrise. They brainstorm, okay. They crack the Tarn for Tundra. Now we have all the mana in the world, which is great. Okay, do we want to fetch here? I don't think we need to just yet. Let's draw, okay. We'll use this ability, we'll make all blue mana. We'll play Misrise Village. Next spell can't be countered. And we'll play Show and Tell with Trop. Put a Traxa in. Ooh, okay, Containment Priest. Interesting. Okay. Well, they got us with that. Was not expecting Containment Priest. Okay. How do we beat Containment Priest with our list? I have Ponder, okay. Fourth Aer Lingus now? Yeah, I think they've got this. Containment Priest, wow. What a blowout. I was not expecting that. This is just good old-fashioned Jeskai control. Crazy. And I draw a card now. Okay. If it would enter and it wasn't cast exile, so the sneak attack isn't going to do anything for us. They attack us for 6. We're dead next turn. Okay. Just use this just to use it. We'll play Polluted Delta and pass. There's nothing that we can do with these cards in our hand, so no use in playing it out. We'll just let them do their thing, see if we can draw into something, and if not, it is what it is. I don't even know what our outs are, but might as well just see what the deck can do. Come in for 6, okay. We will fetch. Let's take a look, see what we have in the deck. So, Veil, Sneak, Show, Pyroblast, Emrakul. Yeah, I don't think we have any outs. We'll just grab Volk and draw. Yep, we don't have anything. Okay, we'll go to next game. So Containment Priest is a full blowout for us, which means we need answers for Containment Priest. So we can bring in a Braid, Fury, Brotherhood's End. 3 damage to each creature and each planeswalker. Yeah, we're probably going to need that. Can put the Show and Tell back. Omniscience might be good. Does the... where is... it was before Fourth Aer Lingus. They have... Let me see here. Containment Priest. Containment Priest. Is it just creatures? Yeah, creatures. So maybe we need the Omniscience. Let's do that. Let's grab Trax and Emrakul. Trim on those to bring back in the Omniscience, and then we bring in this stuff for a stock up, 1 carpet, and I don't even know. We can cut one of the lands maybe because we brought in the 2 Misrise. Basic island maybe. Let's try that. We will play first. And this is nothing. This is a mulligan. Okay, we've got Pyros and a Traxa, but we don't have a Show and Tell or a Sneak or any cantrips to draw into any of that. I think we have the mulligan. We have better openers that we can get into. Okay. This is not great, honestly, but this is going to have to work. We'll keep this, I think. Keep, get rid of Omniscience, and do we get rid of Stock Up or one of the petals? Let's get rid of a petal. Done. We'll play Misty and pass. Okay, great. So we found the Flooded Strand. We'll play Flooded Strand. We can crack this now for Volk and Brainstorm. We don't need both Atraxa and Emrakul. Or do we need double petal? Probably don't need that either. Maybe more mana is good. Let's put... We'll shuffle back the Emrakul. And we'll put petal on top. I'll pass. I think we're gonna draw the petal, fetch with the Misty, play Stock Up. Or we can try to draw land. Yeah, I think drawing a land is going to be better for us. So let's shuffle that stuff. Grab a trop. Got Brainstorm. I don't want to just shove Stock Up into counter magic. So let's try to Brainstorm here. Okay. Well, we definitely don't need all this stuff. We've got Atraxa, Omniscience, and Emrakul, but no Sneak, no Show and Tell. We'll put... let's put these two back. Then we can play City and Petal. and stock up. With force backup. Oh, that just worked. Okay. Well, we'll definitely grab Sneak and Emrakul or Atraxa. I think sneaking in the Emrakul is going to be big. We'll sneak in the Atraxa to refill. That's fine. Then we'll pass, and then next turn we have Sneak activate with Force backup. Okay. We've got Island Plains. Okay. Show and tell. I don't think we want to. Do we want to show and tell? Because we can show and tell in the Omniscience, but if we show and tell in the Omniscience, then they can put into play the Containment Priest, and then we need to find an answer to that. Yeah, I just don't like that. We've got... let's put in the sneak attack. Yeah, let's put in the sneak attack. Go red, blue 2, sneak attack. Let's see what they want to say about that. And then we'll force, blue blast, pitching, Omniscience. Are they forcing back? They force back. Okay. That's all fine. We still have show and tell tracks in hand. Do we want to show and tell here? I don't think it's getting better than this. I mean, we have Pyro to back it up. Let's do it. They just used 2 of their counter spells already. Traxa, do they have it again? They have Hull Breacher. Okay. We'll grab Force of Will. We'll grab Pedal for sure. Grab Volk. Ponder. Don't need a Braid. Grab Emrakul and Force. Done. Play the pedal. And then We'll just pass here. I got a brainstorm here. That's fine. Swords, we can force that. Pitch ponder. They brainstorm. We're going to counter that with pyro. And they know that we have Emrakul. They might also know the Volk. Okay. Oh, well. I mean, that's pretty crazy, but we'll go to combat. Let's stock up here. We'll grab let's go force show and tell. Force show and tell. Any order. Okay. They brainstorm. They're trying to find some sort of answer. They clearly don't have a swords right now. Play Tundra. Supreme Verdict. Can't be countered. Okay. That just wipes out the board. We're gonna have to rebuild here. I don't want to use force, but I may be forced to if they Narset. Yeah, Narset's gonna have to be fine. I don't think I'm able to force that. I want to keep the show and tell for when I top deck something. They found the swords. Okay. Play Tarn? Doesn't matter? No, because we have City. So let's just pass here. Okay, they play Brainstorm. Triumph. Okay. I think we can force this. Okay. Ponder. We have less than a minute. We need to do 10 damage to them. We have a show and tell. We know they have a swords in hand. Narset reveals Narset. Okay. Play the pedal. And pass. They play Containment Priest, so we would need an answer to Containment Priest. I think this game is just done. We had the opportunity to do the Pyro on the Hull Breacher for the Hull Breacher wheel thing. I just wasn't anticipating that that was their game plan. I don't know if it was necessarily incorrect to do that. They play Mystic Sanctuary for Ponder, just to dig more. Play a new Narset. Yeah, I think they have this one. They have Force of Will now, and yeah, we're just drawing Show and Tell. I just don't think that there's anything that we can do here realistically. We would need an answer to Containment Priest, and we know that they have both Force and Swords in their hand. We're low on clock. I'm just going to concede here and save a little bit of time. Okay. That was somewhat disappointing, but I think we played well. There was, like I said, that moment with the Hull Breacher in play that we could have used our Pyro on if we didn't want to protect the Atraxa. It's a questionable play, but I think in the end we did all right, and it was just a tough beat for us. So we'll move forward, and I will see you guys in match 3. Okay, we are into match 3. We're on the play, and we have Show and Tell Emrakul on turn 2. So we will keep this and try and use Brainstorm to find some sort of protection, maybe? Yeah, we'll keep this. Okay, they mulligan down to 5. So we'll start with Trop and Pass. And then I think we can probably just Brainstorm on their end step to use the mana and try and find a counterspell to back up what we have going on here. Oh, okay. They Cabal Therapy. That's fine. We'll let them see our hand. They're probably just gonna name Force of Will anyway. And then we can Brainstorm after they Cabal to try to find the Force. Okay. Okay. Let's Brainstorm now. I know this is not typically how we're meant to brainstorm, but I think it's important because we're going to be utilizing all of our mana for Show and Tell next turn anyway. What do we want to redraw? We'll bury the Pentad Prism. I don't think we need that. And we'll put Ponder on top. Then We'll play Misty. Play Lotus Petal. Fetch for Volk. And I think we just have to show and tell here. They don't have a creature. Interesting. Well, it's now or never. We kind of just threw it all out there. If they can combo, they can combo. If not, that's that. They Dark Rit. They Balustrade Spy. Yeah, I think they have it. Okay. Well, we'll let them do their thing. We'll take a look at their deck. We got Jack-o'-lantern. Yeah. Pop this all out. I'm just playing a mostly black deck. Yeah. Okay. This is all fine. We'll just scoop it up here. We know that they got it. Actually, let me double check. They definitely have the... Where is it? They've got the Dread Return. Yeah, they have the Dread Return. They're just playing with their food now. We're just going to concede. Okay. Let's go to sideboarding. We definitely bring in the Grafdigger's Cage, the Fairy Macabres, Consign. Outside of that, I don't think we need any of this stuff. Cut a Pentad Prism. Maybe the Show and Tells aren't as good because that lets them just put their creature into play for them to combo. We don't need the Veils to protect ourselves. Outside of that, Omniscience is not super helpful. They just said that they top decked. Lucky. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I think this is basically it. Like, I mean, Pentad can do some stuff for us. Maybe we cut a Show and Tell. Let's try it like this. I think that's fine. Okay, we'll submit. Okay. This is turn 1 Grafdiggers into turn 2 Show and Tell. We will keep this all day. They mulligan to 4. They're still going. So they didn't put a creature in with our Show and Tell last game, and they were able to combo the following turn. So they said that they top decked. I guess they top decked the creature, but I don't know why they would keep a hand that didn't have one of the combo creatures. They might be new to the deck. Let's play Tarn, crack it for Volcanic Island, play the Grafdiggers. And pass. And then we have City, Show and Tell, Emrakul next turn. Okay. City, show and tell. Okay. Go to sideboard. I think we just run it right back. They didn't have any blue cards for the Pyros. I don't think any of the Brotherhood's End, Fury, Abrade stuff is going to be helpful. I mean, there's like niche things where Abrade gets rid of an artifact that's put into play. Maybe we do that. We'll take out the Pentad Prism, bring in Abrade just if they have the Goblin Charbelcher and they like play it out before comboing, or they play out one of the creatures before activating, and we can use Abrade as interaction. That seems fine. This has show and tell. This doesn't have enough mana and 0 permission against them going first, so we have to mulligan. This has permission, but it's just a single Force of Will. With Emrakul, nothing else. I don't love it. I think we can do better. Mulligan. Woof. Okay, well, we can't go to 4. I think we have to keep this. We'll put back Delta and Tarn. See what we can draw. Okay. Put in the Fellmire and bolted it in, but didn't play anything. Interesting. Go Tarn and pass. We got double force up now. And we have Fairy. That's good. I think we just keep up the double force. And then next turn we can brainstorm to try and find a land if we need to. Okay, there's Emrakul. Let's crack a Tarn. We'll grab Volk and Brainstorm. Okay. Let's... So we got double stock up, double force of will. I want to keep that. We can get rid of one of the lands and maybe Fairy? Yeah, let's get rid of Fairy. Then we can decide whether or not we want to keep it. Probably don't keep it. Let's put Flooded Strand and Fairy back. Play Misty. Pass. Okay. Their end step. We'll fetch for Trop. Okay. Get sneak attack. Let's crack the Tarn. Get Volk. Play a stock up. No blue card. Interesting. We'll grab Delta and Grafdiggers. Let's do Delta and Petal, I guess. So that way we can place and activate Sneak Attack next turn. Any order. Play the Delta. Play the Petal. Pass. I don't know what they're doing over there that they just keep passing. Okay. This seems weird. Okay, well, we got double force up. I think we just go for it. I don't see why not. Crack the Delta. Play Trap. We'll go Sneak Attack. And then activate. Put in the Emrakul. And that's it. Double Force of Will up. Able to sneak attack. I don't know what they kept. This was such a weird game. I mean, I guess they were down to 4 already, that they just didn't want to go any lower, but that was wild to me. Okay. Well, that now puts us on a 2-1, and I will see you guys in match 4. Okay, we are into match 4. We are on the play, and yikes. Got all cards that we can't cast with a single mana, so we'll mulligan that. And then here, stock up Show and Tell, Ponder. I think this is good enough to keep. We can probably put back the city. Okay. That's fine. Okay, we'll do Flooded Strand, fetch for Volk and Ponder. Well, we definitely want to keep this. We'll go City, Emrakul, Petal. Okay. And pass back to them. Let's see what they want to do here. Okay, Hedge Maze is fine. Kept it on top. Let's play Petal. Play Tomb. And I think we just go for it. I mean, I don't see why not. Put Emrakul in. Okay. They've got Nadu. Now, do they have an answer to Emrakul? Doubt it. Okay, they play Cavern, naming wizards, I'm assuming. Naming Core, okay, so that they can play their guy and draw a bunch of cards. Yep, there's the nomads. We're just gonna F6 this. They'll get to draw 4 cards on their turn, and then 4 cards on my turn to try and find an answer. Okay, they play Brainstorm. Okay, Brainstorm resolves. One more Nadu trigger. They ponder. It's kind of now or never for them, because once we attack with Emrakul, we basically wipe their board. They're not going to have enough. Okay, there's Nomad. They find the Illusionist, but they don't have the mana to play it. Okay, they're going to do all this nonsense to try and draw into more stuff. Okay. We'll let them do all that. They drew the Dread Return, which is important, but they have Thassa's Oracle in hand. Okay. Let's see, did they show us a Force of Will? No. So we can try to... Let's go to combat and attack with the Emrakul first. Let them deal with the Annihilator 6. Just get rid of a bunch of lands and stuff. Get rid of one of the nomads and a bunch of lands. Okay. They dropped to 4. We're gonna stock up here. See what we can find. Okay, they flooded Strand. Meticulous Archive. Okay, there's Force of Will. We're gonna need that. And we'll grab Trop, because why not? Put that in any order. Play Trop. Pass turn. Then we have Force of Will up for when they try to play the Cephalid Illusionist. Okay, there's Saga. That's fine. Oh, they find Force of Will. Okay. Okay. They get Tundra. I think they have enough here. So they can play... Tamiyo's fine. I don't care about Tamiyo. That's just more cards to draw. Oh, now they don't have enough blue because they played out the Tamiyo. I thought they were just going to play Cephalid Illusionist, activate Nomads a million times, have the Force backup, and then play Thoracle and just win that way. They might still have the win here, I just don't know what they're thinking. Or maybe they just missed it. They're thinking. Maybe they were too quick on playing out the Tamiyo, they didn't count their blue mana. Okay, they play the Illusionist. I think this is where we have to fight. So they, if we fight here, they force back. I think we have to do it no matter what. So we force pitch Ponder. There's Cephalid Illusionist. They force back. That's fine. And then they got 2 attempts to find a blue land. Miss. And they reveal a Nomads. Okay, so they can play another Nomads to get 2 more goes at trying to find a blue land. Let's see, what are they doing? They play the nomads. They should have tapped the cavern, but whatever. They reveal a brainstorm. And they're gonna activate again or no? Activate again. They find a narc amoeba. They can't find the blue land. They brainstorm to flip the Tameo. What are they doing with Tameo? They just plus it up. Okay, they mill themselves to get a Narcomoeba into play, so now they can use the Narcomoeba, but then they would need to hit Runner Runner on the lands. They mill and get another Narcomoeba. Okay. Oh, what did they... Oh, they got the Thassa's Oracle? How did I miss that? Did they discard the... They must have discarded the Dread Return to hand size at one point. Thought they still had that in hand. Okay. Oh, they got it. We'll go to sideboarding. What do we want to do here? We have a lot against them. Honestly, most of our most of our sideboard can probably come in for this. So I guess it's just a question of what do we want to take out? I think we can take out Ponder, Pentad Prism, like all that's fine. I think Sneak might be a little too slow. And Omniscience is kind of meh. Veil as well. I don't think we need to be protecting ourselves as much as playing the control role on them, maybe? Let's see. If we cut just these, this is like a little trimming and a couple cuts. We bring in like Fury is just objectively good. Pyro against the blue deck. 100%. Could bring in Mistrise for an island. I think that's fine. And then do we want to bring in Consigns maybe? I know the Carpet's good, a Braid's good, Brotherhood's End is good. Like all these are good. And then the Fairy Grafdigger's like I don't know if they're gonna keep that or cut that side of the deck with the graveyard stuff. I think we just bring in this and kind of see what the read is. Are the consigns better than the carpets? I think so. Yeah, I think so. We'll be on the play. We have show and tell and Atraxa, so we'll keep it. Let's go Volk Ponder. Okay. We've got Veil, Pyroblast. I mean, yeah, we'll keep this. We can't actually, we can't play the Veil, and yeah, we can't play any of these the same turn that we show and tell, And we can't even play the Veil because we don't have another Greenland. I think we're going to shuffle this actually. So yes, we'll shuffle. We got a Pyro anyway. That's great. We'll pass here. And then we can decide whether or not we just want to go for it. They play Hedge Maze. Okay. We draw Lotus Petal, which is huge because that means that Pyroblast we can keep up. So let's play Petal. We can also play around Daze. Tomb, and see if this works. They force. We're going to blast. They have second counterspell. They have Daze. Okay, well, nothing we can do about that. Okay, well now we're relying on the top of our deck. They know we have some sort of creature in hand. They play the maze. Okay. We'll play Volk and just pass here. Or do we want to play out the Petal? We can play out the Petal. Threaten a hard cast force. Make them think about it. They play Misty and pass. There's show and tell. I feel like we're just going to get countered again, but if they want to 2-for-1 themselves with another force, I think we got to force it out of their hand. They crack Misty in response. They're surveilling. Okay. Show and tell resolving? No, they force a will. Okay. And they put the card on top with the archive. Okay. They play Illusionist and nothing. Okay. We have Pyro. Do we get rid of Illusionist now, or do we wait for them to play a combo piece? But then that lets them have more time to draw into an answer to the Pyro. We don't know if it's a problem just yet, and we could use it to protect our thing, so I think we let them draw a card. I don't think that's the big issue right now. Okay, they play Tundra. Come in. That's fine. We'll draw Veil of Summer. Okay. We'll just pass. Is this Nadu? Yep, that's what I figured. Think this we have to counter. Nadu's just a problem. Oh, we can't counter it because it's a wizard. Oh. Dang it. Okay, well that was dumb. Whatever. We wasted the pyro, now they have Nadu. Yeah, opponent says we've all been there. Yeah, just too in my own head. Okay. They come in with Cephalid, that's fine. We draw Fury. Ooh, okay. We can use Fury to get rid of Nadu. Yeah, we can't veil around it, but I think that that's gonna be good. Can we resolve the Fury? Yes, we can. Okay. Just put all 4 on the Nadu. Let Nadu resolve. They get a Windswept Heath. Okay. Okay, we have to keep fading combo piece with Cephalid until we can find some permission. Uh-oh, there's Ponder. I wonder if we needed to get rid of the Cephalid. No, I think getting rid of Nadu was still the right play. It's annoying that we could have gotten rid of both if we had just read the damn Pyroblast and Cavernous Soul thing, but whatever. Okay, what are they doing with Ponder? Please shuffle. They don't use the ability. They get the Saga. Okay. So they're planning on just getting through Saga and beating us with Cephalid that way. Okay. We will go to combat. Send in for 6. That Windswept Heath. They block with Cephalid Illusionist. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Oh, they can use Cephalid to just block everything. I see. Okay. We'll play Petal. How we get around this. Yeah, there's Veil of Summer. That's not doing anything for us right now. I think we just lose this now. We can draw a card with Veil once they've done their full combo. Yeah, I think our best bet is still waiting for them to do the combo and then play the Dread Return. And then we try and Veil of Summer into exactly Force of Will with Atraxa. It's very low outs, but it's the only thing we really have. Pithing Needle. Interesting. They didn't want to just win with the combo? Did they take out the Shukos? Or do they have Shuko in hand, maybe? Oh, Nomads? They're just coming in, okay. Route 1, down Main Street. Interesting. We'll play Trop. Okay, what do they have? They play Ponder. Okay. Ponder's fine. We might have to start burning Veils just to draw. We'll probably do one to draw a card in the end step now that we have the Trop out, and we're not going to lose the Petal. Because we're not going to be able to use Tomb after they come in. Okay. Tameo. No responses to the attacks. End step, we'll Veil to draw a card. Okay, there's Show and Tell. So we can't use the Tomb. Let's go for Show and Tell. Do we Veil first? No, I think we just have to Show and Tell here. We will now Veil of Summer. I play the Force of Negation. We Veil over the top. Okay, we draw a card. Force negation doesn't do anything. Show and tell triggers. Okay. We put Atraxa into play. They put Nomads into play. Okay. We get a whole bunch of cards now. We'll grab Sneak Attack or Omniscience. We'll go Sneak Attack. We'll go for Trop and Brainstorm, and then Ponder or Show and Tell. Let's grab a Ponder, I guess. Show and Tell. I don't think it really matters. I think we're kind of screwed, but whatever. We'll grab a Show and Tell. That's fine. Done. Okay. It's so annoying that we're at exactly 1 life because we can't use Force. Play the Trop. Pass. Okay, they fetch with Flooded Strand. Okay. They come in with all their creatures. Okay, we can't block the Tameo because if they brainstorm, then we lose to combat damage. And then we can't block the Nomads either because it can redirect the damage to the Tameo, I think. I think that's how that works. And then they can flip. So we'll block one of the constructs. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt to and by target creature you control. Oh, they just negate out all the lifelink. Wow. Awesome. That is so cool. They actually used the Cephalid activated ability and the Nomads in a really interesting way to negate out our ability to gain life with the lifelink. That's crazy. Wow, yeah, so then we just die. That's wild. Okay. Well, hey, good playing. And shout out to Meat Pop over here on Cephalid Breakfast. They really knew their deck and played it really well. I mean, obviously, that game goes much differently. If I pay attention to the Cavern of Souls and maybe I just blast the Cephalid early or go for the Cephalid over the Nadu with the Fury, I think there are a lot of different ways that could have gone where I would have come out on top. But I mean, hats off to just playing the deck really well. So we're 2-2. Let's try and get the 3-2 in match 5. Okay, we are in match 5. We're on the play. And we have turn 2 or protected turn 3. I think this is good. We'll keep this. Okay. They're mulling deep. They're on 5 right now. Okay, they keep their 5. We're just going to Scalding Tarn and pass. They play Underground Sea and Thoughtseize. Yeah, I think we have to protect this, so we're gonna Veil of Summer to get hexproof. We'll grab Trop and play Veil. Okay, so we draw a card. They can't target us. Well, they didn't counter the Veil. They have Island. I think we play around the days and just go for it now. Let's go Petal. See what they say about that. Nothing. Play City. And let's go for a show and tell. They put in Polluted Delta. Okay. We get a Traxa, and that's it. Sweet, we got a sideboard. Okay, so there's some sort of blue-black list. They didn't have their own Atraxa or Archon. Not to say that they're not Reanimator, they might be. Or they could be the blue-black tempo version. Regardless, we know they're blue. So the Pyros are going to be the first thing we bring in. After that, we can think about the Carpets and the Mistrise. The Consign, I'm not too concerned about. Fury's going to be good if they're the tempo version. Fairy and Grafdiggers, obviously, if they're the Reanimator. I think just the Pyros is fine for now. I don't want to do the Mistrise for Island because they probably are running the Wastelands. Let's trim. I know I keep pulling it out, but I think it is probably the best thing to do is to take out the Pentad Prism. Does that, I mean, I guess that lets us cast the Atraxa easier if we need to hardcast Atraxa and fixes our mana. Yeah, I think it's still probably the best thing to cut, and we can cut one of the Omniscience for those. And we'll just keep it pretty light in terms of sideboarding before we figure out which version of blue-black they're on. Then we can think about other cuts. This has Force and a Show and Tell, so we'll keep. Okay. Let's go. Delta. Do we want to ponder now? Yeah, let's ponder now. We'll grab basic island just to play around Wasteland since we can. They're playing Entomb. I think this is where we fight. So we'll cast Force on Entomb, getting rid of one of the show and tells. If they're playing Entomb, that means at least one of the creatures is still in the deck. Okay. Pay one. No, we can't pay for days. Okay, so then Entomb resolves. They put a Trax in the bin. And now our Ponder resolves. We have Force of Will. Yeah, we're going to have to keep that. We'll go... We definitely want Force on top to draw. The question is, do we want Scalding Tarn or Stock Up? I think we probably want Stock Up, so we'll go... Tarn, Stock Up, Force. No shuffle. Get the Force. Pass to them. They play Underground Sea and Reanimate. We're gonna Force of Will. Yeah, we'll Force of Will the Reanimate pitching Stock Up. They force back. Okay. They reanimate now. There goes Atraxa. And they reveal a bunch of cards. And I think they just have it here now. They choose Wasteland, Merc, Ponder, Force. Wasteland, Merc, Ponder, Force of Will. So do we show and tell? I think we have to stock up to bait out the Force and then try and show and tell next turn. Yeah, I think we have to do this. Okay, they're gonna force this. They get rid of the Murktide. That's fine. We'll pass. So we know they have Ponder Wasteland in hand. They attack with Atraxa. They're gonna waste the city. Yep. We'll play Tarn and pass. I don't know why they didn't play out the Ponder. Okay, they played Delta. Come in with Atraxa again. Okay, we're down to 3. They Ponder. Okay. A fetch and Thoughtseize. Yeah, I think after Thoughtseize, do we have any outs even? No, because we would need both of these cards and another mana. So we're just gonna concede after that. Okay, let's go to sideboarding. So we know that they're the Reanimator version, so we can bring in the Graph Diggers and the Fairies. Probably don't want as many Show and Tells, so we can cut at least 2 of those. If we're cutting Show and Tell, Omniscience gets worse. That gives us 3 of these. We'll cut 1 more Show and Tell. Or do we want to cut like trim a Ponder or something? Veil is good. Fury, Brotherhood's End, no. Abrade, no. Consign? Countering like Atraxa or something? I don't think that if they put an Atraxa in, I don't think that's like the biggest thing that we need to be worrying about. Yeah, I think this is fine. And then we just have 1 Show and Tell. No, let's do 2 Show and Tell. We'll cut another Ponder. That's fine. Yeah, we have 5 of those. Or we have 6. Yeah. Yeah, I think this looks better. Okay. Okay, we will take the play. And this... I mean, we have Graph Diggers, but we're not doing anything after that. I mean, if that gets countered, we're just kind of screwed. I think we can do better. That's not better. This is going back. We're going to 5. It's just Emrakul and nothing. Yowza. Okay, they mulligan to 6. We're going to mulligan this. So we're at 5, and this also sucks. I mean, we can't play the Pyro, we can't play the Atraxa. We can try and ponder into something. I mean, do we want just ponder and Atraxa? What's the alternative? Going to 4? And then we'll have like land cantripped. Yeah, I mean, we'll keep this. It's not good, but it's about as good as any 4 would be, so. This Ponder's gonna have to do some heavy lifting. Are they considering countering the Ponder? That'd be crazy. I mean, it'd be good for them, but that would be such a blowout for us. Okay, they let Ponder resolve. Do we want these cards? We can Graph Diggers next turn around days and then have stock up after that. Is that better than random cards? I think so. Let's go stock up, Graph Diggers, Pedal, play Pedal, pass, play Tarn. Okay. Let's go. Graph diggers. See what they want to say about that. They force a negation. Okay. Nothing we can do about that. Play the village and pass. And then next turn we have stock up. Okay. They put Force of Will in the bin. Then back to us. Let's go stock up. They're not going to let us stock up. And they pitch the days. Okay. I mean, this isn't going bad so far. Looks like we're working through all their permission. Get rid of a daze with the surveil. They have wasteland. To get rid of our ancient tomb. Then nothing to play here. We're gonna have to go for it. I mean, they've worked through a ton of permission already. Force negation, 2 force of wills, a daze. They pitched a daze. We'll try it. Oh. And it works. Wow, okay. We get a Trax in play. We grab... what do we grab here? Oh, they just gave it to us. There we go. They were done. They just saw Traxa, nothing that they could do to answer it, and we got all this. Sweet. So that's the 3-2. Let's go take a look at the deck again. So this is a Sneak and Show. I was very happy with this list. I think, honestly, given, that I play a bunch of different lists, and to be fair, I'm changing formats pretty regularly, still new to MTGO, and was a little bit on the crunch there with the clock. Yeah, given my slightly less than ideal piloting, I think we still were able to get a great record out of this, the 3-2. I think a couple different changes, we probably could have gotten the win against the Cephalid player with a little tighter play there. So if we had gotten like a 4-1, something like that, like this is a great showing. I think this deck has a lot of legs and can put up, some strong performances against top tier decks. I mean, we beat Reanimator, we beat Beans, we got some really good wins on the board, and I mean, it's a classic plan, but just putting Emrakul or Atraxa into play, refilling the hand, getting in is just an easy way to get some quick wins. And we have a lot of awesome tools available to us in the sideboard as well. So yeah, really happy with this list. Maybe we could, make some tweaks or adjustments, and I could probably take another look at like a sideboard guide to figure out exactly where we're making cuts. I ended up pulling the Pentad Prism pretty often, things like that. But overall, very happy with the deck, and yeah, this was awesome. If you have any other suggestions for decks or formats that you'd like to see, please feel free to leave a comment below. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.